Hey everyone, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is my January 2021 bullet journal plan with me, and I am super excited to share all of my spreads with you. "2020 was a year of many things for people, but to me, 2020 was the year of board games and card games. I constantly played games with my friends before quarantine, with my family during quarantine, and my daycare kids wanted to play games all day long with me over the summer when I worked there. So although 2020 was a rough year entirely, I'm choosing to bring my newfound love of board games into 2021, and you will be seeing that throughout these spreads for the new year. I'm starting off with my cover page, and every spread I complete will be centered around a different board game. So right now I'm creating my January title to emulate Scrabble letters, and I kept the Scrabble titles consistent throughout my spreads. I'm using a couple brown tombows and a fine liner to complete it, and all my supplies will be linked down below if you're interested in what I'm using. I wanted to keep all the games in this setup pretty old school and wooden to tie in my 2021 bullet journal setup spreads, and that video will be linked down below if you're interested. I looked through the comments of that video and many of you seemed to really like the wood aesthetic, even though it was a complete accident for me, so I wanted to bring it into more of my spreads along with ripped paper bags in the corners. I printed out a large picture of a wooden muted toned Scrabble board, and I had the idea of ripping it up and pasting it onto my cover page to bring in more elements of Scrabble, and I think it turned out really well. I decided this page needed a little bit more detail, so I cut some squares out from the Scrabble board picture and pasted them onto the paper bag, and I added a couple white gel pen doodles around them to finish it off. I'm getting into my calendar spread now, which is centered around chess, and I thought this would be a fun board game to represent in these spreads because the Queen's Gambit is so popular on Netflix right now, which I still have yet to watch. I opted for a one-page calendar because I only really use it to put in events, holidays, and appointments, so I don't really need that much space. I'm alternating black and white boxes to make the calendar look like a chessboard, and on days that are colored in black I will be using a white gel pen to write over it, and obviously on days that are still white I will be using a black fine liner. Moving on to my habit tracker, I focused this spread on tic-tac-toe. I just used a light tan tombow to create X's and O's as a background for my 9 trackers this month, and I will be using a dark brown tombow to shade in the days as I complete my habits. My mood tracker is a puzzle this month, which I know isn't really a board game, but I was inspired by a few puzzle trackers on Pinterest and Instagram, and I wanted to try it for myself. Basically, I'll use it just like I use all my mood trackers, coloring in 1 piece per day based on whatever mood I'm in. For my anxiety tracker, I came up with the idea to set it up like Backgammon. Based on how bad my anxiety is that day, I'll be putting circles to represent the game pieces on each triangle. 5 circles is the highest amount of anxiety and 1 is the lowest. I will leave a reference picture to the Backgammon game on the screen just in case anybody is confused. I don't know how many people do anxiety trackers in their bullet journals. I have not seen it at all besides me and my sister, honestly, but I've been tracking my anxiety levels since I first started bullet journaling. It was my most important spread for a while. Aside from the fact that I could track when I had panic attacks, I was also able to look back and see what was causing my anxiety according to my habits, mood, what I journaled that day, and even my coffee intake, which I found out gives me pretty bad anxiety, so I only drink decaf now. I've pretty much gotten my anxiety under control now, knock on wood, and I owe much of that to my daily tracking for almost 2 years. For my gratitude log, I'm drawing a stacked Jenga game. I outlined it in dark brown and colored it in light tan, so I'm still able to write over the lines with my fine liner. I think this came out so cool, and I swear the light tan is the exact same color as real Jenga, so this spread was super satisfying to me. This is a new spread to me, but it is definitely not new to many YouTubers. I see this done all the time, and I included it because I actually wanted to do a little journaling in my journal. Who would have thought? I kept it simple with space for me to write 2 lines a day and doodles of a couple sorry game pieces that ended up looking like Santa hats, but you win some, you lose some. This is another new spread for me, and I never in a million years would have thought I'd want to track my YouTube and Instagram growth. As I'm editing this video, I just hit 1,000 subscribers today, and I wanted to say thank you all so much for such a positive response on my past couple videos. I cannot wait to see what 2021 brings for my YouTube channel and my Instagram, which is Creative Minds Coffee Grinds, linked down below if you want to check it out. The content planner theme is checkers, and I wanted to create a calendar to plan out when I'm posting videos and pictures. At the bottom, I have a place to write my subscriber and follower count from the first and last day of the month. By the way, I know it might be a little hard to see specific parts of my spread. I'm looking at the red dots right now and you don't even see my numbers. But I just wanted to let you know I'm including a close-up of each page in my flip through at the end of the video if you want to see them closer up. Next is my expenses log, and I was way too excited when I came up with the idea of making it look like a categories list card. By the way, I messed up on the title, I kid you not, 4 times, and I kept it in because nobody's perfect, and that's important to remember when bullet journaling, so enjoy my complete frustration and exhaustion with this stupid title. I wanted to mention that I will not be sharing my weekly spreads on camera because I bullet journal with my mom and my sister, so I wanted to save spreads to complete with them during our little family journaling sessions. I will be posting updates on my Instagram of these spreads if you want to see them completed. My final spread is my monthly review, which I've called a monthly snapshot in the past if you've been keeping up with my bullet journaling journey for a while. I have space to write my best memory, some monthly highlights, and a place to put a Polaroid of my favorite picture of the month. I also like to think about what's going to happen in the future, what I'm excited for, and what I'm nervous about. This part of the spread is focused on Catan, or Catan, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I drew the hexagon pieces from the board and used the actual game to help me out in the color scheme, which I thought was really cool. You'll see me bring my game in right now actually, and I just start pulling out pieces and matching markers to it, so that was really helpful. And this is for my favorites, which I like to fill out every month. I talk about my favorite movie, favorite TV show, favorite song, and just a lot of other favorites that go on throughout the month that I want to document. We are now heading into my final flip through, and I wanted to ask you to please leave a comment what your favorite spread was from this plan with me, and also what your January theme is for your own bullet journal. We are heading towards the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Also, don't forget to check out my bullet journal Instagram at Creative Minds Coffee Grinds if you want to see more bullet journal content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!